but yeah, no, I'm in agreement.
Wonderful. Do you eat animal products?
I do, but more not really beef.
Lovely. They're gentle animals, aren't they?
Well, that reason, and also for health.
That's great.
I think beef isn't that healthy. So,
did you know that chicken is also not healthy? So beef and processed foods is called a class 1 carcinogen, and so they're on the same level as asbestos and everything. Chicken is class 2, so it's a probable carcinogen. But what we don't know is that when they are actually doing the slaughtering, they will give them, I forget the actual name of the spray, but they will load them in chemicals. So if you're watching the slaughter, you'll see that they're wearing masks, like face masks, full on, head to toe, everything, because they don't want to breathe that in. But then they don't wash that off or anything, and then you're eating it.
It's also commercial production of animals, even if you're like the way it's probably like the way that it's mass produced as opposed to say free range chickens.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I think there's different, maybe more humane ways, and then I think everybody benefits from. Like I'm not a scientist, but I mean everybody benefits from eating more vegetables and fruit.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So. That's always going to be healthier. But yeah, no, good exhibit.
Thank you.
No, it makes the point.
Do you think that if it's more humane, like if you're buying from a family farm, would that make you more comfortable with getting it?
Yeah, I think, buying local, whether it's possibly meat or whether it's fruit or vegetables as well. Because that's a whole other story with the fruit and vegetables, right?
Well, exactly. Fruits.
Like if you can get it locally, for a lot of reasons, right?
Yeah.
Including, if you're buying fruit that's trucked, 3,000 miles versus, you get them from. There's a whole bunch of local fruit and vegetable markets around town.
Well, I mean, that's a no-brainer. If you can get local fruits and veggies, you don't have.
Right. It's also, you get like big quantity for usually either the same or cheaper than the grocery stores.
Yeah, and the bioavailability of the nutrients is a lot more dense too, because once that fruit or vegetable is picked, it starts losing the nutrients. So once it's shipped, it's.
Well, and then trucked, and then you get into the fossil fuels, to truck it, it's usually trucked. I don't think it's not always rail, it's trucked.
So it's a lot of emissions.
Right.
And does that bother you, knowing that you're adding to?
I think it does. Like if I'm an average guy, I never think I'm an average guy. Like I think for the average person, if you make what you guys are doing, so if you make people aware, then they'll think about it.
Exactly.
Right.
Have you ever thought about how much emissions animal-based foods actually give off?
It'd be huge. I can tell you that. Because again, you're moving on. You've got to feed these animals. You've got to there's all kinds of things.
Would you be surprised to hear that the #1 contributor to climate change is animal agriculture?
Did not know that.
So I guess you didn't know that the #1 contributor to climate change and to freshwater consumption and to deforestation and to greenhouse gases and to ocean dead zones and to species extinction, all of those, the #1 contributor is animal agriculture.
Did not know that.
Would that change your stance at all on how much animal products you consume?
Yeah, I gotta say, it makes you think.
So then you said that local makes you feel better because it's more humane, but do you think that there's a humane way to kill an animal that doesn't want to die?
I guess not.
And so do you eat eggs?
Yep.
Do you believe eggs are healthy?
I hope so.
Would you be surprised if I told you they're not? Did you know that eggs are actually not legally allowed to be labeled as healthy or nutritious or good for you? Or any of those labels that you'd like to think they are?
What the fuck am I watching there? Why are they killing rabbits?
Did not know.
So I was not vegan to start with,
right.
But finding out all this information really opened me up to changing, because when you know, then you have a moral obligation to do better, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
And so,
you're making me think like it's not. There's definitely an effect.
That's great, and I applaud you for it. And I'm really grateful that you're open to this, because eggs, for example, we were just talking about. Chickens in the wild would only lay about 15 to 30 eggs.
Right, but commercial things are making them lay
over 300.
More, yeah.
Now, they lose a lot of nutrition in their body too. They lose a lot of calcium in their bodies, so it makes them it breaks them a lot faster. And so chickens at 1 year of age are sent to slaughter. Doesn't matter if they're local or factory farmed, at 1 year of age they'll get sent to slaughter because they're not productive enough.
The other one to look into, you're doing this, which is good. Look it up though. A huge impact for water consumption, all that. It's actually clothing industry as well.
You're absolutely right, and that's why I don't buy new at all. I think one T-shirt is about like 4,500 liters of water, something like that.
Check it out.
Yeah, so you already know how much water clothing takes. But again, animal agriculture is the number one.
Even more.
Yeah.
On the clothing, when they drain, there's a lake. It's like southern Russia.
Yeah.
Like it's like an inland sea, or was. So over 40 years, they essentially, because there's cotton production around it, they essentially drained that lake.
That's ridiculous. And all the chemicals that get leached into the water, and then just, I mean, human rights. It's the human labor.
Lots of stuff.
The year that Joe Fresh made the most amount of profits was the same year that the building in Bangladesh collapsed.
Yeah.
Have you watched the movie? What is it? Oh, I forget the name of it now. There's a documentary on it.
On that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look it up because I didn't see it, but I obviously aware of
The true cost. It's called The True Cost. Yeah. So again, I mean, if you care about the environment, you care about ethics, you care about your health. So you know what you can do? You can go vegan, because that is the only way to say that you don't want to contribute to those things. Your dollar is your vote. And so when you're buying,
I don't have any point.
Sorry. Yeah, when you're making purchases, your dollar is your vote for the type of world that you wish to have. And so when you're choosing these products, you're saying that you're okay with this. But I tell people all the time, even if you don't care about the animals, if you care about your own health or the planet, veganism is still the way to go. I'm going to give you a card because I think that you might actually be interested in looking into this. There are a few documentaries that really open my eyes up.
By the way.
Thank you very much.
First Pride, it fits, right?
That's making me
Thank you very, very much. Okay, I'm going to give you this.
Yeah, sure.
So the best speech you will ever hear. I'm actually from Vancouver. I'm not from here. And, this is called Anonymous for the Voiceless, this group that we're a part of. We have chapters all over the world, and it's just trying to make people aware of the truth behind it, because these industries don't want us to know the truth, because then we would have to make a change morally, and then they would not profit as much. So we're all volunteers. We don't make a single dime being here, but these industries will lose billions if we stop buying these products. So the best speech you will ever hear, half of my friends went vegan on the spot after watching that. It is just such an eye-opener. It was actually a speech that he said in a university, and What the Health is wonderful. You care about your health, I would recommend you watch that one, because it's truly an eye-opener. My stepdad is making steps towards going vegan, and I watched that with him, and on the spot he says, oh my god, I'm never eating pork again. So that's another really great one. Cowspiracy is another really great documentary on the environment. So What the Health would be about health, Cowspiracy would be about environment, and Dominion is graphic, but that's more of the ethical side of it. That ranges from pets to animals, for anything, fur, food, all of it. And then these resources, nutritionfacts.org is really, really amazing. It really just debunks a lot of the myths that we've been told, like protein or milk for calcium, that sort of thing. You have tons of information there. Carnism Debunked, I have to be honest with you, I'm not 100% familiar with, but if it's on this card, I'm sure it's great.
It's good, yeah.
And then vegan22.com will actually give you 22 days of full support. So you want to make that transition, but you don't quite know how, you're not too comfortable with it, you don't know what you're doing, so it's easier to stay in your same comfort bubble. That'll help get you out of that comfort bubble. It'll help you with the change. So it's free mentorship for 22 days. Recipes, what, why, where, how, all of it. Really experienced vegans that are doing this for free for support as well. And I would really love if you could promise me that you're going to go home and watch one of these first.
Oh, absolutely.
Which one would you watch first?
You know what? I'll probably start from the beginning.
Okay. Will you do that for me, sir?
Sure.
My name is Anna. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.